Secondly, stupid Warne. Not just skillful Warne, stupid Warne. His autobiographer, the co-author in his autobiography it's called No Spin. That's his autobiography, No Spin. The co-author for that is Mark Nicholas. Mark Nicholas spent a lot of time with Shane Warne, and Mark Nicholas made this statement about Shane Warne. He said, women have been both his fun and folly. Cricket, of course, has been his fulfillment. Women have both been his fun and folly. So here is a person, I don't think Mark Nicholas is a believer, but his observation about Shane Warne is that women have been not just his fun, but also his folly, which means his relationship with several women had cost Shane Warne a lot. In fact, I remember growing up and following his career. At one point in time, he was the vice captain of Australia, only second to the great Steve Waugh. He was supposed to be the next captain of Australia, but then because of his sexting scandal with a married woman, and that news became big, the cricket administrators of Australia stripped him of his vice captaincy. So his sexual misdemeanors with women cost him his vice captaincy. Not just that, if you'll just follow his life carefully, there was a time when he was playing cricket in Australia. He even engaged in group sex, and that pictures of that were leaked to the press, and so on and so forth. Throughout his life, Warne and sexual sin often were clubbed together. So his full potential was, I know a secular observer will not agree, but his full potential was somewhat not realized because of this, all these all these extra things that he did outside the pitch. That reminds us of Nathan's words to David. 2 Samuel 12 and verse 10. Sword shall never depart from your house. Sword shall never depart from your house, because you have despised the wife. You have despised me and have taken the wife of Uriah the Hittite. So there was a consequence for sexual sin by King David, who should have definitely known better. Well, there is no record to show that Shane Warne is a believer. So when an unbeliever goes in the route of sex to find satisfaction, when we talk about it, we say that you can drink the water of sex, but that will not satisfy you. John chapter 4, Jesus' point to the Samaritan woman. You drink the water of sex, you'll be thirsty again. But you drink me, the living water, then you'll never thirst again. So that's what we say. But David should have known better. David was a believer. David was a Christian leader, so to speak, in effect. So when a person who should have known better indulges in all these things, there could be consequences, costly consequences. And violence did not depart from David's life. And I don't have time to elaborate that, but my book, there's a chapter on sexual temptation where I specifically talk about different consequences that comes to the believer, Christian leader, someone who should have known better when that person indulges in wanton sexual sin. And it did cost Shane Warne. It lost, he could have been the next big thing, next big leader for Australia after Shane Warne, after Steve Waugh, sorry. But Shane Warne lost that opportunity.